Hello, I am your host for this video, the Pink Alpha, aka Professor Chris. And today we are starting the healthcare, the self-care portion of why I started this channel. So we're going to look at something for the outside of the body and then something for the inside. And our outside is going to be hair treatment. We're going to start right at the very top. Because as you go through treatment, you're going to experience hair loss. Your oncologist may or may not have told you it's definitely going to happen. And as all the evidence that I have collected and experienced would suggest, it happens very quickly after your second week of treatment. Now, that all depends on how fierce your treatment plan is. If you're going for infusions every day, you'll probably lose your hair a lot faster. And as far as when you shave it off, I mean, do what you want. You know, because I experienced a lot of trauma when I would sit there and just absent-mindedly sort of run my hands through my hair. And then I'd look at my hands and there was just like, it was falling out in handfuls. And it was so traumatic and emotional. And I was worried that if I shaved it all off, you know, that it was going to be that much worse. But even though I had shaved my head in the past, that was on my terms, and I did it because I felt like it, not because I had to. And there are these things called cold caps. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them because they're very expensive, they're very painful, and I don't want to get your hopes up about not losing your hair. Talk about it with your healthcare provider. If that's something that you're interested in, if it's really that big a deal to you. I haven't researched enough about it to offer any health, benefits that I might have come across. I honestly can't tell you. But what I will tell you is they might suggest using baby shampoo after chemo, or even during, because your scalp is going to become very, very sensitive, like super sensitive, like almost like if you just reach up and grab and like itch your scalp real quick without thinking about it, it may hurt. It may be very painful. And the best thing I can offer or I can suggest for that is keep your scalp as clean as possible. What I used a lot and still do is just a regular charcoal bar of soap. I go all over my head and then all over my face because chemo acne is a real thing. Okay. If you want specific names, let me know and I will help with that. Here we have a scalp massager. This I found very helpful because I used it right when I shaved my head, like all throughout. My hair is coming in pretty fast, and it's nice and thick, which it never was before. And I've used these all throughout. This is a biotin strengthening shampoo and conditioner. Biotin, of course, helps provide you with healthy hair, skin, and nails. So I would definitely recommend that. There's also this fortifying damage repair with castor oil, this little serum that you just, and then you put in your hair at night, which will come later, obviously. And then this particular lotion, if you see right here on the bottom, it has in this box, it says that it's clinically proven effective regimen on the distressed skin of adult oncology patients. So it's a prebiotic oat concentrate. So it's got your B5 in it, but it also helps with radiation and chemo scalp. It feels sort of like um, cradle cap. If you ever experience that with your kids, when the scalp gets extremely dry, but it's just very, very painful. And you know, when you get to a point to where you can use the um, the scalp massager, it helps stimulate the follicles, which increases hair growth. As far as wigs are concerned, there's many different kinds out there, and you can do all kinds of different things with them. If you're one of those people who has to wear wigs and you have to be able to style them, make sure you're checking in the description or ask the seller the question, can you style this particular wig? Because some of them are not product and heat resistant, so be careful with that. You don't want to waste your money. They average about 20 bucks a piece, and I have a bunch of different kinds, but this is my one with the black roots, and then it gets light as it goes, you know, the length. I am starting to put up a lot of my wigs because with all the brushing, the ends have gotten sort of frizzy. So be careful with that. If you have a friend who knows about hairdressing, you may want to get in good with them and see if you can work up some kind of deal if you end up needing your wig styled, because it'll help if you can cut the frizzy part off or treat it with wig specific products. Then you can keep wearing the wig, otherwise you might have to throw it out. So yeah, and for the inner part, I'm going to talk about keeping your identity. So keeping your identity is something that you really want to be careful about, because you don't want to let this disease define who you are, right? And with all of the emotional stuff that comes with going through cancer, you may be like, you know, I really don't feel like an alpha anymore or whatever. And I suddenly felt weak. I felt emotionally weak, like I wasn't myself anymore. And it was very disconcerting, but my therapist reminded me that I'm the only one that can decide. So don't let cancer be your identity. Don't let it define who you are, and use it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Stay tuned for the next one, and please hit me up if you have any questions. Thank you, take care, and Happy New Year.